Hello, my friends. How are you? Happy Friday. It's Frankenstein Friday. Today is the 200th anniversary of the Green Monster. Who knew? And Halloween will be here in just a bit. It's Wednesday, right? Yes, Wednesday. So I hope you're ready. Bakari HD is always ready. Happy Friday, Bakari. So much to talk about today. We have a great show for you. We're talking about how to deal with rising rent. Don't you hate that when it happens? Also, the most reliable cars on the road. And big changes are coming to the menu of Chick-fil-A, which, by the way, did you hear millennials now prefer Chick-fil-A over Starbucks? Did you hear that? Oh my gosh. Speaking of surveys of millennials, we have a story as well on Top 30 today about how a quarter of college students are still reeling from the 2016 election. A survey of some 800 students found that 1 in 4 exhibited signs similar to those found in sufferers of PTSD. It's really intense. We're going to see what happens during next month's midterms, of course. But how do you deal with stress? Personally, and I've said this before, I pray a lot. That's what I do. I go to the bathroom and pray. So I'm in there. I'm just praying. Anyway, one other thing that can help with stress is sleep. That's probably what I'm missing. We have a story on the show today about the ideal amount of sleep. I love sleep stories because we can all relate, especially those of us who are really busy, which is probably all of us nowadays. Let's be real. So we have a story about the ideal amount people should get every night. And how much do you get? Tell me. Researchers conducted the largest real sleep study ever. They talked to about 44,000 people, I think it was. They found out that while there is an ideal number of hours, it may actually be just as bad to sleep too much as it is to not sleep enough. So we're going to tell you why. All right. It's Friday. I can mention that a few times because it feels good. We've earned it. So how about some news of the weird to tide you over for the weekend? You gotta love news of the weird, right? At Fox 10 in Phoenix, we have this segment every day called News of the Weird. I love it. So today we have a story about an unexpected location that has become a favorite for families to scatter the ashes of their loved ones, which is Disneyland. I think it's really special, you know, if you have a tie to Disneyland, to go and do this special act there. Well, it happens a lot, more than you would think. Custodians say they get a HEPA code about once a month, although sometimes it's a false alarm and it's just funnel cake, my producer Nick says. What? It's just funnel cake? That's so weird. Anyway, next time you're at Disneyland, thank the custodians, will ya? Anyway, it's the happiest place on earth, but would you want to spend your eternity having to listen to It's a Small World on loop? I don't know. But it's kind of a weird thing. We'll cover the story on the show today. Let's read a couple comments and then we'll move on. Candelario says, I sleep 6 to 7 hours per night. Okay, 6 to 7. So Candelaria, I think 7 to 8 is like the sweet spot, 6 to 7, because when you get 6, you're tired in the morning, right? It's just not enough. And then Candelaria also says, hi, Kristin, happy freaking weekend to you. Okay, back at you. Willie Lemon says, hello. Joseph Hazel in the house. The Eric Rose, hey girl, hey. And okay, as you trickle in, and we'll move on to our next story. We're just a few days away from Halloween, of course. We're talking about candy on the show. Now, I haven't gotten the Halloween candy yet because it's so expensive and it makes me mad every time. So I usually wait till the last second and then I'm just like, okay, Costco, give me the candy. I'll pay $1 million for candy. But you got to give it to the kiddos, right? Specifically, the favorite this holiday season, the favorite candy. I'll keep this list a surprise, but tell me what your go-to Halloween treat is. I love Snickers, Butterfinger, just the classics. You know, what I don't love, circus peanuts and black licorice. And they found themselves voted the least favorite. I mean, every year. I don't even know how they're still making these. So maybe don't be the house that hands those out this year. Or do you like black licorice? Please, like we can have a difference of opinion. It's perfectly okay. Finally, a very exciting interview on the show that you just have to see. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I am so excited about Martin Nolan stopping by from Julian's Auctions. He's come by the show before with items from Cher and Michael Jackson. we all remember, because I talked about it for like 2 weeks, I got to try on Michael Jackson's jacket from Bad from his world tour. Please check out that clip if you haven't seen it. Well, today, Martin is talking about an upcoming auction that includes some 60 items that belong to the late, great Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Some really incredible dresses on display, so beautiful. Such an icon, such a diva, and such a class act. He even brought something for me to try on that apparently hasn't been worn since Aretha wore it in 1995. Wow, so much fun. Please check it out. And speaking of checking out, check out the items up for auction at juliansauctions.com. So cool, juliansauctions.com. Shout out to all my friends there. Okay, while you look for what you're going to bid on, we need to get back to work. So it's Friday, but we still got work to do. So I want to leave you with today's quote of the day. And I think it's only fitting that today's quote comes from Aretha herself. So here we go. We all require and want respect, man or woman, black or white. It's our basic human right. True that, Aretha. As always, stay connected to us. Like, follow, and subscribe to Top 30 TV. We're everywhere: Facebook Watch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Hulu. I really appreciate this thing we've got going on together, you guys. So stay connected with us. You can also download our app, the Top 30 app. We're in the iTunes store and the Android store. And subscribe to our podcast while you're at it. All right, my friends, it's been so fun hanging out with you. Candelaria, Bakari, Johnny Brown. Good to see you all. And I'll see you on an all-new episode of Top 30 later today. TGIF.